Yesterday, I saw that the Dudok, I mean Anti-Corruption Commission of Bangladesh, they decided to file a police case against Faiz Taiyeb, uh, who was special assistant of the chief advisor of the interim government recently, and he possibly was this person Faiz Tayyab. He was possibly as a, I mean, some kind of advisor or minister status, or maybe state minister. Actually, this he was my classmate back in my BUET days, 99 by section B. I had forgotten about him. I thought he was from section A, but it was Mursalin Habib who corrected me. Anyway, so I want to say a few words like what sort of a person he was, or who he hanged around with. That way, I'm just, I was thinking whether he was really corrupted or he deserves this sort of police case or punishment. I do not know exactly what went, like some sort of machinery, purchase of those machinery for the telecom sector. Uh, and he was interviewed at maybe on a number of occasions. In one of those interviews, he said that he did whatever was necessary. Uh, I mean, for the betterment of Bangladesh and what was necessary for the people, what needed to be done, he did that. It was a little bit clear that maybe he has violated some rules. Uh, Maybe it was something like that. Maybe, I mean, he wanted to say whatever rules, if he had broken or distorted some rules, it was for the betterment, to make sure that Bangladeshi people they get what they deserve. There's a saying that you have to break some rules to make an omelette. Okay. Now about what sort of people he hanged around with. He was from about the college I cannot recall, but he was from Ideal School, and he had a sister who was. I mean, when he was a BUET student, maybe first or second year, he had a sister from Bikarnes school. That's what I remember. Also, his home district is Kumilla. So there was a room 206 from Solardi Hall. In that room, uh, section A, Tripoli 99 section A, 4 people lived. Uh, Not my classmates because I was from section B, but definitely batchmate and department mate. So it was Robiul Islam, Robi, and his full name I don't know, maybe Robiul Islam from Khulna, Ashikur Rahman or Ashikul Islam from Kumilla, Daud Gandhi. Another is Siam from Chatpur, Faridganj. The fourth person was possibly, his name was possibly Sabir, and I'm not sure about his home district, but I guess he was a bodybuilder, and he was definitely taller than me. I have always been 5 feet, 5 or 5 feet 6 with this height, but he was 5 feet 10 and with a very heavily built body. I cannot measure. I mean, how huge I cannot measure comparing, because at that time I was kind of thin. Although I started bodybuilding, but I was not huge. So maybe that's why he looked huge. But currently I have a chest like almost 42 or 43. So the height is definitely different. I'm still 5 feet 5 or 5 feet 6. But if he is 5 feet 10, and if he stands next to me, I don't know whether he would still look huge to me. Anyway, these 4 people, they were not so bad, but that's the thing that many people came to their room, including Faiz Tayyeb. Tayyeb didn't have a room in the dormitory, and also another person was from Section B. Fahim was a decent boy. they had a maybe house or building in Shajanpur, and Fahim's elder sister, just 1 year senior, she was studying at Dhaka Medical College. So some people came to visit their room, and the thing is that many times they watched inappropriate content. This one thing, and also sometimes they behaved inappropriately, like Ashik when he was Notre Dame Science 1 and sat right behind me for a few days. One day he did this. He grabbed. At the time I had hair. He grabbed my hair like this and he pulled like this. That's because I was very thin and he was a fat person. After the pulling, I turned around and asked, "Hey, what happened? Why did he do this?" And he did not answer anything. He was from also ideal school. It was evident that since he was physically powerful, it didn't matter. So he was not going to answer my questions, and he did that only once. But this thing, although he cannot recall later when he went to BUET, maybe he did not recall. So they considered me good, but I am trying saying these things like they watched inappropriate content many a times, and people and seem to many people went to their room only to watch those contents. They even talked about like where the special kind of service is available, this sort of things. That's why I didn't like to go there, because I was not after those things. I didn't. I don't say that I am sane, but watching inappropriate contents in group, that's like having negative, attitude and mentality towards each other. Like I know that he is bad and he knows that I am bad. I do not, and also the kind of thing that this service is available there. I need to take the service. What kind of service? You know, uh, I there's a post of mine where I have said a few words against the Udvash. That means what negative experience I have had in Udvash. So that's a kind of service I mentioned, who is Jewel Hakun. She asked me about whether I had taken any service like that. So it is that kind of service. Either you understand or you go to that post, you find that post. I do video based, and you find that particular comment, and then you will come to know. Anyway, so they were not, criminals like with guns, but they were kind of fatra people. So for Faiz Taiyeb was not keeping a good company, I think, and the reason why I took this special, position in the interim government, I guess the reason he was from Kumilla. Definitely after the July movement or uprising, since Hasnat Abdullah, Shajib Asif, these people were from Kumilla, so many people, whoever was associated or narrowly knew them. I guess many people from Kumilla, they took advantage, and I guess Faiz was one of them. And since he kept his family in like Norway or Sweden, in those Scandinavian countries, so it was very easy for him to engage in corruption. And because suppose when I keep my family in a safe position, so then it becomes easy for me to engage both in dangerous activities or maybe immoral activities, because if I am caught, only I am caught, okay, and my family is untouchable. I say these things not as a specialist, just from a common person point of view. Mm. So in my estimation, yes, maybe, and also Bangladeshi people, they are more or less after money, they hanker money. Maybe he did some sort of corruption, because even the NCP chief, what is his name? when he was in the telecom section, or as maybe minister for whatever night Islam. He tried took some initiative, but he couldn't do that because of the regulation or maybe limitation. But Faiz Taiyeb, I don't know what he did. I guess he did this, definitely a foolish case. He deserves a foolish case. But it's just my estimation, okay? So I wanted to justify personally whether foolish case, whether he deserves a foolish case while filming my words. That's it. So, guys, I know yes, he's maybe very popular among BUET people, huh? Uh, but if he's really, I mean, associated with unfair and you know unfair activities, he should be taken to trial because and also I would like to say I don't have that much time. Maybe I will like to finish it very. July uprising was a great thing, but it was not so great as the 1991 liberation war because such uprising was also seen in 1990 against Ershad regime. And because in those days, there was not social media like Facebook, uh, and that's why possibly it was not that much focused on, or people hardly could record or keep photographs and videos, etc., because this technology was not available on public. Okay, so every maybe 10 to 15 years, or 20 years, we may have to go through such uprising because maybe who knows the BNP government, they also may choose to uh, follow the same path as Sheikh Hasina, and the only way we could get rid of them is by mass uprising. But it never compares to the Liberation War 1971. Okay, so we must not forget about that. That number was huge. The casualties. Some people say it was 30 lakh, and some people say it was 3 lakh. Whatever it is, 3 lakh compared to 1400. So and millions of people had to go to India for shelter, and it continued for 9 months. And while July continued maybe only for 20 days or maybe 1 month tops. So that's it, guys. July can never outshadow 1971, and people who were associated with July uprising, like Naid Islam or Sojib Bhuiya or other people, even Mahfouz, whatever, however great leaders or people they are, if they are associated with corruption, monetary or other forms, they definitely should taken to trial. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a great day.